After my parents split up when I was in year 4, my mom moved into a house, an 8-minute walk away from my dad's. Anyway, my mom got herself a new partner and was generally moving on with her life. My mom started mentioning weird things. She was asleep in bed, and she must welcome demons because she sleeps with one leg out of the covers and hanging off the bed. She got woken up being slapped on the foot. She said it wasn't painful, but she said, "Go back to bed," assuming it was me or my brothers. It wasn't until the morning she realized we were all at our dad's for the night. And when she looked at her foot, there was a pink handprint. Her partner was at his house that night. Her second main event she remembers is while I and my brothers were at my dad's. She decided to do some tidying while her partner laid in bed watching TV. Not being lazy, he was on strong painkillers and needed to lay down. To give a mental picture of the landing area, you walk up the stairs, the bathroom is directly in front. You veer to the right, and there's my brother's bedroom door with the plug socket next to it. Then there's my mom's bedroom door, and next to and facing the bathroom door was my room. So my mom has the Hoover plugged into the socket and is hoovering away. When the Hoover just stops, she notices the switch has been turned off and the plug pulled out. She walks into her room to ask her partner what he was playing, and he was fast asleep. Even if he wasn't, there is no way he would turn off the Hoover, unplug it, get past my mom unnoticed, and across to the bed in the space of 30 seconds. She's mentioned a few little bits that I can't remember myself at the moment. The only thing I witnessed or heard is I would refuse to sleep unless my cupboard door was closed, which could just be a usual childhood fear. Also, still to this day, after several new kettles, several places moved around the room, the kettle will turn itself on to boil. We have to make sure it has water in it so it doesn't break. These are ones you have to flick to turn on, and there's nothing around it to turn it on. Going back to when we first moved house, we did move to a school closer to my mom's house, which still baffles me to this day. When I first moved, schools were still abuzz about a little girl who had been at the school before I arrived, who had been running over and sadly not survived. From what I heard, she was moving to a different part of town and wasn't happy about it and stormed out of her new house, her grandparents, and was hit. Turns out the girl who died lived in a house we had moved into. Maybe she loved it so much she just wanted to stay and play. My mom never felt threatened. She was probably used to childish pranks with having me and my brothers. The only personal experience I've had in my mom's house, we had a house rabbit called Q. He was amazing, had such a big personality for a rabbit, and we adored him. He was a bit cheeky. If we snuck into our mom's room to sleep in her bed, he would come upstairs and burrow into the covers until we went back to our room. That was his side of the bed, even though he never slept on it. LOL. He had also used to run around the house, having a mad half hour, and when he got in front of the sofa where we were sat, he would jump up and flick his tail and back legs, then carry on running around. Sadly, we found out he was very poorly. You name it, he had it, and we were advised to put him to sleep for his benefit. It was heartbreaking. My brothers and I were all still 10 years old and under. We buried him at the bottom of the garden and made him a little gravestone. One day, I was looking out of the window as something caught my eye. I saw Q doing his weird flick dance around where his grave was. I blinked and he was gone. Never happened again.